Yo, what's up, everybody? Bleh. Yo, what's... Yo, what's up... Again?
Bunch of niggas need you to go away. Still going bad on them anyway. Saw you last night but did it all day. Yeah, a lot of murk coming.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Seamus here, and today we're going to be reacting to BlONDE by Frank Ocean. I have never heard this album. My last album reaction, the Travis Scott album. We can actually look at it right here, right over here. My last album reaction on the Travis Scott Rodeo actually did very good. 74 views, so thank you guys for that. As we speak, the part 2 of the Witcher's playthrough that I'm doing on my channel as well is currently uploading. It's at like I can look, I guess. As we speak, it's uploading and it's at 39%. Probably done in like an hour. This video will probably come out. I have to record a ton of videos because I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks and I can't bring my computer. So I'm gonna record a ton of videos just to keep. I'm probably gonna record like 2 album reactions today. Upload one within the next couple days, and the next one in the next couple days. I'm gonna record. I'm gonna do Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight by Travis Scott for a part 2 after I reacted to Rodeo, like I said I would. But I just wanted to react to BlONDE today because I've heard a lot of good things about this album. I've never actually heard it. I haven't heard a single song that at least I know of. I haven't heard a single song. It's an hour long, so let's get into it. I'm very excited. Nikes. You don't get copyrighted for that? So I'm expecting just vibes from this album. I know it's not a rap album.
These bitches want Nike. They looking for a check. Tell them it ain't likely. Said she need a ring. R.I.P. Trayvon. That nigga.
So like a minute 30 seconds in, we're vibing, you know, cool little vocal effect. I hope the whole album doesn't sound like this because it's gonna get kind of boring. I think it's 17 songs long, so that's my one thing I worry about with this album. It's pretty long. The songs, I mean, there's some songs that are short as fuck, but there's some that are like 5 minutes, and it's like the same thing with the Rodeo. I was kind of scared because I was like with the Rodeo album because I was like, these songs are long. Like, are they gonna get boring? Travis Scott, I think, it carried that. I think Rodeo is an amazing album. I give it like an 8.5, 9 out of 10. But it's one of the best trap albums I ever heard. But this, it's going for a different mood, and I don't know if you can just vibe out and be vibey like this for an hour long and not get boring to me. But hey, let's listen to it.
Look just like me.
Raspier in the voice.
And my little cousin, he got a little tray. He don't care for me, but he cares for me, and that's good. We don't talk much or nothing. That's good for us.
We'll let you guys prophesy.
Okay. I think he's starting it.
We'll let you guys prophesy. We gon' see the future first. We'll let you guys prophesy. We gon' see the future first. Living so the last night feels like a past life. Speaking of the don't know what got into people. Devil be possessing homies. Demons try to body jump. Why you think I'm in this bitch wearing a fucking yarmulke? Acid on me like the rain. Weed crumbles in the glitter. Rain. Glitter, we laid out on the sweat floor. Away turf, no astro. Mesmerized how the strobes glow. Look at all the people feet dance. I know that your nigga came. I mean something to hold you. You got a room and he'll hear what we do. It's only awkward if you're fucking too.
Alright, I'm intrigued so far. I mean, that wasn't the best song I ever heard, but that was a good song. My favorite portion of the song is probably this part. When he first came in. I'm assuming this portion, maybe this portion is from a girl's perspective, maybe? Because he's saying I met his friends last week, and then this is maybe from Frank Ocean's perspective. I'm intrigued. That was a nice song. Again, it wasn't the best song I ever heard, but it was something. He had some pretty solid vocals down at the end here. It's kind of funny. You got a roommate, he'll hear what we do. It's only awkward if you're fucking him too. That's a funny line. So it's pretty nice. That was a good song. Let's get into Ivy.
I thought that I was dreaming when you said you loved me. The start of nothing, I had no chance to prepare. I couldn't see you coming. The start of nothing, ooh, I could hate you now. It's quite alright to hate me now. When we both know that deep down, the feeling still deep down is good. You know what? We'll never be those kids again. We tried to six, had the X6 back then. Back then, no matter what I did, my waves wouldn't dip back then. Everything sucked back then, we were friends. I thought that I was dreaming when you said you loved me. The start of nothing, I had no chance to prepare. I couldn't see you coming.
Okay, a minute 30 in. What I'm getting from this song so far is kind of more of a story or him talking to a girl. Talking about, like, the first line, I thought you were dreaming when you said you loved me. The start of nothing. I had no chance to prepare, I couldn't see it coming. So, right here, in this verse, he's talking about how, back then, so, like, this is a perspective maybe before they dated, because it says we were friends. They talking about life back then, maybe reminiscing on it. We'll never be those kids again, you know. We'll never be the people when we first met and we were first really liking each other, maybe. And now he's talking about here, like, even right here, what was that? If I could see through walls, I could see you're faking. So I don't really know. I'm a little bit confused so far, but it is intriguing. I'm kind of understanding. I like this hook here. I thought I was dreaming when you said you love me. I like this part, so, you know, I'm vibing.
The start of nothing, ooh, I could hate you now. The halls of your hotel, arm around my shoulder so I can tell how much I'm into you, meant to sincere back then. We had time to kill back then. You ain't a kid no more. We'll never be those kids again. It's not the same. I've reasons to go. Don't you remember? I broke your heart last week. You'll probably feel better by the weekend. Still remember, had you going crazy, screaming my.
Okay, that verse cleared things up for me. Great vocals on there. It kind of relates to the first verse. Where he's talking about, you know, we're not kids no more. He's talking about maybe their love at the beginning of the relationship being a lot more sincere and a lot more true, and now going towards, at least now, and then even going through all the stages of the relationship, and it fell apart, and even he says, I broke your heart last week, you'll probably be better by the weekend. So I guess the relationship ended. So yeah, we're getting back into this hook and the one more verse, so let's finish up the song.
I thought that I was dreaming when you said you loved me.
Very unique voice. It's like he's singing very good, but it's like raw vocals too. So I'm liking this.
The start of nothing, had no chance to prepare, couldn't see you coming.
Okay. The fuck was that? I can't tell if he's breaking something or playing a guitar. Or both. Okay. I like that song. I like that song a lot more than Nike's. Ivy was a good song. The outro was interesting, but that vocal effect, I don't know if that was actually him singing or if that was just, I really don't even know, a sample maybe, I don't know. But, you know, that was an interesting song, you know, about going through, you know, the stages of falling in love with someone that he thought of as a friend and he didn't see the relationship coming, but he just jumped into it. At least that's what I give him it. Let's get into Pink and White.
Yeah.
That beat is...
That's the way every day goes. Every time we've no control. If the sky is pink and white, if the ground is black and yellow, it's the same way you showed me. Showed me. You showed me love. Glory from above. Regardless, dear, it's all downhill from here. In the wake of a hurricane, dark skin of a summer shade, nose dive in the floodlines, tall tower, milk crates. It's the same way you showed me. Cannonball off the porch side, older kids trying off the roof.
Okay, minute 30 in. This is probably my favorite sounding song so far. I like the beat, you know. I think there's a little piano back there. It's pretty nice. I like his vocals on here. You know, it's a little more up tempo than the last two songs. Lyrically, I'm not fully understanding. I think he's maybe reminiscing more, like on the current track. And he said it's only downhill from here, so maybe like this is the beginning and the good stuff, and it's going downhill now for the rest of the song. I don't really know exactly. But I'll continue the song and we'll keep listening.
Just the same way you showed me, you showed. If you could die and come back to life, up for air from the swimming pool, you kneel down to the dry land, kiss the earth that birthed you. It's all downhill from here. Real life, remember how it was. Tom G, Michael Jackson, all this shit. Say what up to Maggie, bitch, I might like immortality. This is life, immortality.
Okay. Call me crazy, but this last section here, with all like the different vocals in the background and the different, like, there was even like a female singer back there, all the samples and stuff. Call me crazy. That sounded, it didn't sound like it, but Playboi Carti does the same type of thing. You know, I'm thinking, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Listen. There's so much, because there's so much happening. There's so many vocals happening. Just like in a Playboi Carti song, when you hear like all these ad libs, these background vocals here kind of reminisce. This came out before any Playboi Carti album, so maybe Playboi Carti, you know, would get inspired by this. But I'm not saying it sounds the same, but it's kind of doing the same thing with a different sound, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Like this part right here.
This is life, immortality.
Oh, that's the end of the song. I was gonna say like this part right here is when it really is doing it. That was probably my favorite song so far on the album. I'm pretty sure this is just I kind of misinterpreted the song. Because it's saying it's all downhill from here. I'm pretty sure this entire song is reminiscing on the good times, and then maybe the next song, what is it called? Maybe it's called Downhill. Be noticeable, be yourself. I don't know, but maybe this song is reminiscing on all the highs maybe the section of the album in general is, and it's gonna start to maybe go down. Maybe, I don't know, but it's getting to Be Yourself.
Many college students have gone to college and gotten hooked on drugs, marijuana, and alcohol. Listen, stop trying to be somebody else. Don't try to be someone else. Be yourself and know that that's good enough. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to be like someone else. Don't try to act like someone else. Be yourself. Be secure with yourself. Rely and trust upon your own decisions, on your own beliefs. You understand the things that I've taught you. Regulated. Do not smoke marijuana. Do not consume alcohol. Do not get in the car with someone who is inebriated. This is Mom. Call me. Bye.
Hand me a towel.
I'm gonna go back quickly to look at these lyrics.
Many
It's
college
not really the
students-
lyrics. It's just a speech, kind of. It's like, I'm assuming, is this real? Is this what his mom actually said to him when he went to college? I don't know if he even went to college, but I'm really gonna talk about this section from here up. But maybe besides the drugs and alcohol, because that's not, I mean, I understand that's the main center point, but this whole to talk about here is like be yourself and trust in your own beliefs and stuff. Maybe that could relate to the whole, because the first three songs I think closely relate to relationships and a girlfriend or a boyfriend or something like that. So maybe that this speech here, we're talking about being yourself and trusting in yourself, maybe that can relate to, I don't think this is the right relationship for me, and I trust myself enough to believe, to trust my gut. But I mean, also then it obviously brings in the drugs and the stuff later in it. And I mean, I'm not really going to talk about that, but like if I think it's okay to do weed or whatever, I mean. But I mean, okay, that's not really a song, that's more of an interlude, but let's get into solo.
Hand me a towel, I'm dirty dancing by myself, gone off tabs of that acid. Form me a circle, watch my Jagger. Might lose my jacket and hit a solo one time. We too loud in public, them police turned down a function. Now we outside and the time is perfect. Hell on earth and the city's on fire. In hell, there's heaven. There's a bull and a matador dueling in the sky. In hell, there's heaven. Oh, 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 oh.
140, and man, this is my favorite song so far. The vocals, those are the best vocals he hit so far on the entire album. Those are some great vocals right there in this whole section. I think maybe talking about to a girl about how maybe they were just better off alone and better off solo. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious. Just talking about how, I mean, yeah, it's cool together, but I think we're both better off alone, and sometimes that's just how it is. But yeah, these vocals here were amazing, so let's get back into this.
Turn the vapors for the low, and that mean cheap cause ain't shit free and I know it. Even love ain't cause it's not cost, that clinic killed my soul. But you gotta hit the pussy roto. Now your baby mama ain't so vicious. All she want is her picket fence and you protest and you pick a sign, but them courts won't side with you. Won't let you fly solo.
Damn.
Yeah. I wanted that act right in Colorado, that solo. It's hell on earth.
Before we get into this beautiful, I think, hook probably, that was the best verse in the album, not in the album, on the, it might be the best verse in the album, but that was the best verse in the song, definitely. He had a pretty nice flow at the beginning, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. The end of this verse relates to the end of this verse. Talk about him and a girl smoking, and then he says him and just him smoking alone. And then this whole part right here talking about the baby mama. Now your baby mama ain't so vicious, all she want is her picket fence, and you protest and you picket sign, but them courts won't slide with you. Now they won't let you fly solo. So basically it's saying, you know, you go to court with the baby mama, blah blah, and the courts never side with the man, which that's a whole different topic. I'm not really going to get into that, but that's what I get from that. And now we get into this beautiful hook again with these vocals that are amazing.
And the city's on fire. In hell, there's heaven. There's a bull and a matador dueling in the sky. In hell, there's heaven. Oh, 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 oh.
There's vibes here at the end of the song. Okay. That was probably my favorite song on the album so far. That and Pink and White, Solo and Pink and White are my favorites so far. We'll see how that changes by the end of the album. We're on track 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on track 5 now, Skyline 2. Let's get into it.
This is joy, this is summer. Keep alive.
Shorter song.
Stay alive.
Lyrics, at least.
Got your medal on, we're alone. Making sweet love, taking time. Ain't as far as it used to be. It begins to blur, we get older. Blur. Summer's not as long as it used to be. Every day counts like crazy. Smoke. Haze. Gold seeking ends. Peace in my hand, worth twice than a friend. And two limbs over shoulder, carried away.
That was a beautiful song.
Poolside convo.
Ooh, that was a great transition. I don't really have that much to say about that song. That was just vibes to me. I just vibed out to that song. Sorry I hit the mic a couple times during that. If I don't cut that part out, I kind of like hit the mic. It was really loud. But yeah, we're on to track 6. I don't really have much to say about track 5. It was just vibes, really. Just great transition into track 6 too. So Self-Control.
Poolside convo about your summer last night. Ooh, yeah. About your summer last night. I give you no play. Could I make it shy last night? Could I make it shy on the last night?
That guitar.
Could we make it in? Do we have time?
I'll be the boyfriend in your wet dreams tonight.
This is beautiful.
Noses on a rail, little virgin wears the white.
Maybe not so
You
beautiful.
cut your hair, but you used to live a blinded life. Wish I was. Now and then you miss it.
Minute 30 into the song. This is one of my favorite songs so far on the album. There's a lot of great songs. This is one of my favorites though. Love the guitar. I love the instrumental. I love his vocals. Lyric wise, I'm assuming this portion is from a female's perspective, considering the voice change. Like there was also this on Nikes too, so maybe it's the same girl. This part is kind of confusing me. I'll sleep between y'all, it's nothing. Is he saying, is this a different girl? Does he have a girlfriend and he's cheating maybe? But she's saying, I don't care, I'll sleep between you guys. Because like a couple would sleep together in a bed and this other girl is saying, I'll sleep between you. But, or maybe it's not that perspective. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really understand that part so far. But let's get into this next verse.
Sounds make you cry. Some nights you dance with tears in your eyes. I came to visit you. Keep her playing.
Okay.
for me. I'll sleep between y'all, it's nothing. Keep a place for me.
So now we kind of have another guy and the female voice singing the hook at the same time.
It's nothing, it's nothing.
Sounds wonderful. One sec. Before we get into this verse or outro or whatever, let's talk about this verse here. It's basically saying, I made you use your self-control, and you made me lose my self-control. Obviously, the song is called Self-Control. Basically saying, like, I lost my self-control. I can't control myself around you, but she can. So I don't really know if that means exactly, but you see me like a UFO, like on that special. Like whenever you see me, it's like you're like amazed. So some just cute little lines. Nothing crazy. Beautiful little hook here, but like the female and a male voice is singing at the same time. I don't really know what that means exactly, but let's get into this outro.
Please take down some summertime. Give up just a night. Oh, you got someone coming. Spitting game. Oh, you got it. Yeah. Oh, you gotta leave. Take down some summertime. Give up just a night. Oh, you got someone coming. Spitting game. Oh, you got it.
Beautiful outro. Just sounds so good. That was one of my favorite songs in the album as well. This album's killing right now. Favorite songs so far are Pink and White, Solo, and Self-Control. Nike, Ivy, I mean not Nike's, Ivy was pretty good too, but let's get into Good Guy.
It's a good guy, he hooked it up. Said if I was an NY, I should look you up. First time I ever saw you, and you text nothing like you look. It's to the gay bar you took me to. Is when I realized you talk so much more than I do. It's highlights when I was convinced. Nothing much more than some nice shit. I know you don't need me right now, and to you it's just a late night out.
Bitches, nigga, all the bitches in the neighborhood want to fuck me, nigga.
From this from this portion of the song, before we get into this, it's basically saying how this hookup he's having with this girl is way more important to him than it is to her, and to you it's just a late night out, and just saying this is much more to me than some late night shit. So basically he's saying that this girl means way more to him than he means to her, which is a terrible position to be in. I've been there, so it's horrible. But let's get into this. It's kind of like a completely different tone.
Thanks to fuck with all of them.
Yeah, I ain't got bitches no more.
But now I don't care about bitches like that, my nigga. That shit, Jasmine fucking wrecked my heart. I don't even know how to feel about bitches.
Damn, that's real.
Round your city, round the clock. Everybody needs you. No, you can't make everybody equal.
So long. I quickly have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. And we back. Sorry, I just want to go to the bathroom before the song. I want to rewind this. This looks like one of the most, like, at least lyrical songs in the album. So I'm trying to really break this song down. So let's get into it.
Round your city, round the clock. Everybody needs you. No, you can't make everybody equal. Although you got buku family,
Great beat.
you don't even got nobody being honest with you. Hey, you know I won't need you, and I tell you, I hope the sack is full up. I'm fucking, no, I'm fucked up. Spend it when I get that. I ain't tryna keep you. Can't keep up a conversation. Can't nobody read you. Why your eyes well up? Did you call me from a seance? You were from my past life. Hope you're doing well, bro. I've been out here head first. Always like the head first. Signal coming in and out. Hope you're doing well, bro. Everybody needs. Shut the fuck up, I don't want your conversation. Rolling marijuana, that's a cheap vacation. My everyday shit, every night shit, everyday shit.
2:30 in. Beautiful song. Beautiful musically, like production wise, the song is amazing. Added a little like vocal effect starting here, I think, after this verse. Like, I don't know, it's like a weird like background vocal thing going on. It's really cool. Just talking about really just like the ups and downs of everyday life, man. I mean, just talking about want to see Nirvana, but you don't want to die yet. Working the late nights and shit, working late night shifts, you know, make the money because you're gonna survive, and just talking about like, you know, the sad reality of life, and that this is obviously extremely relatable to everybody, really, and at least everybody that, you know, works and lives a regular life that isn't like rich or whatever. This is my favorite lyric of the song: "Rolling marijuana, that's a cheap vacation." Basically saying the only way you escape this life, these trials and tribulations, these stresses and everything, is just smoke that weed. That's a cheap vacation. That's a way out of it. And that does very heavily relate back to be yourself, because his mom was saying, you know, don't smoke the weed and don't do everything. So he didn't really listen to her, obviously. If that was his mom, I don't really know. But yeah, this is a great song. It's beautiful sounding, and let's get back into it. Okay, we got a beat switch. I was expecting that because there's a lot more left and the song's long. Get a little guitar riff there at the end of the beat, solo, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I mean, I don't really know what this exactly is talking about. You all my night been ready for you. I don't know what you is exactly. Maybe it's a girl. Oh shit, sorry. Maybe it's a girl talking about he's gonna buzz her into his house or whatever. Maybe it's talking about the weed, and whenever I get it, you know, I'm gonna smoke it, because mentioning earlier in the song, rolling that marijuana is a cheap vacation. So I don't really know exactly. I'm loving this beat already. The first 3 seconds I heard it. Hey.
Every night fucks every day up. Every day patches the night up. Oh God, you should match it, it's that KO. No white lighters till I fuck my 28th up. 1998, my family had the Acura. Oh, the legend.
Wanna feel it on it, could you come by? Fuck with me at the marsh. If you know them boys wanna see me broke down, see me bone down, trip style, that's just everyday shit. Shut the fuck up, I don't want your conversation. Rolling marijuana, that's a cheap vacation. Every day shit, every night shit, every day shit, every night shit, every day shit, every day shit, every night shit.
Jesus, that was one of the best songs on the album as well. Let's go back really quickly to night 2. I need to talk about this again. So second part, like when the beat switches, pretty nice verse here at the end. He's talking about, I'm gonna assume, obviously, one of his girls, when he didn't have a home or something, you know, when he didn't have a house, when he was broke and shit, he was the one he was with. I think he's talking about right there. Here, this is the same verse or whatever, hook or whatever from the previous portion of the song. You just put it down here. Sounds beautiful, even on this beat as well. Just a beautiful song, beautiful sounding. I'm going to assume there's a deeper story and connection. I just haven't fully picked it up yet. Because, it's my first time listening. But let's get into solo. We've already solo. Okay, it's...
So now I'm solo that I can see under the skirt of an ant. Solo that I don't get high no more when I Geronimo, I just go hand. Solo my cup is a rojo, my cholo, my friend. Solo that I can admit when I hear that another kid is shot by the popo, it ain't an event. No more solo that no more high.
When I hear that another kid is shot by the popo, it ain't even an event no more. That's a fucked up line, but sadly true. That's wow.
It's so hard to wear polo. When I do, I cut the pony off. Now there's a hole that once was a logo. How fitting. Solo that I can give a fuck about what is trending. Trying to cut down on my spending, regardless of winning, instead of pretending and bending over backwards. Over half of the whole had work done. Saying they want something real from a man, just saying that we being real persons. I hate that it's like this. I feel for you, and I don't know what it's like with a skirt on. So pardon me if I am being insensitive, but darling, this only worse, sons. Solo my halo, say way low, it feel like it's bent. Solo that when they throw pussy or pesos, don't pay no attention to it. So
this is Frank Ocean, right? Because he's flowing right now. I'm not gonna lie. Just talking about a lot of things. I mean, like the current state of society with the whole shoot a kid by the popo, blah blah. Designer brands and shit. Even here, I can't give a fuck about what's trending. Trying to cut down on my spending regardless of winning instead of pretending. So saying this is regardless of winning instead of pretending. That's a very, very hard lyric. Basically saying you can pretend to be rich even if you're not winning, aka you're not really rich. I hate that it's like this. I feel for you, Anne. I don't know what it's like with a skirt on. So maybe talking about how guys, I don't know, sexualize girls' outfits. I don't really know exactly that's what he's talking about. So pardon me if I'm being insensitive, but darling, this only worsens. This is a pretty deep song. Solo that when they throw a pussy on pesos, I pay no attention to it. Look at the other kids. Let's continue the song.
Solo that I am no rookie but feel like a kid. Looking at the other kids with astonishment while I'm on punishment, watching the summer come close to an end. After 20 years in, I'm so naive I was under the impression that everyone wrote their own verses. It's coming back different, and yeah, that shit hurts me. I'm humming and whistling to those not deserving. I stumbled and lived every word. Was I working just way too hard?
That's one of my favorite songs in the album so far. Talking about ghostwriting here at the end. I'm so naive, I was under the impression that everyone wrote their own verses. It's coming back different, yeah, that shit hurts me. I'm humming and whistling to those not deserving. I'm stumbled and lived every word. Was I working just way too hard? So saying, talking about ghostwriting there, is it worth it? Should you just everyone get a ghostwriter? I don't really know if that's exactly what he's talking about there, but great flow, just great beat, great message, just overall great song. Just talking about the current society of our world, and it's trending, social media, and all those things. So that was one of my favorites on the album so far, definitely.
To the edge I race, to the end.
Pretty sweet. Sorry, it's very loud.
I make it, all the risk I take it. Headbang with my 4 friends, we pour a taste off of the I'm on this side, I'm on this side, I'm on this side. I want this river ride, I'm inside, I'm inside. My niggas for life.
That little section there when the tempo just shot out of the roof, that reminded me of like sections off like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers from Kendrick, where like the beat would just like switch up and just like start really go in really high tempo. That reminded me of that a lot. This part really here, these lyrics right here are really hitting for me. Mothers of us, be kind to the fathers of whom we rely. Fathers of us, be kind to the mothers of whom we rely. Basically talking about, you know, the whole family structure, you know, mothers and fathers not getting along and stuff, and just telling them to be kind to each other, and because the family relies on those two, and it affects the kids and stuff. So, but this is a beautiful song as well, like every other song on this album, really.
I was just telling that I got this girl before, and I was together since 3 years, and I was not even cheating her or what, and Facebook arrived, and she wanted me to accept her on Facebook, and I don't want it because I was like in front of her, and she told me like, accept me on Facebook. It was virtual, means no sense. So I said, I'm in front of you, I don't need to accept you on Facebook. She started to be crazy. She thought that because I didn't accept her, she thought I was cheating. She told me like, it's over, I can't believe you. I said, come on, you're crazy. So like, I'm in front of you, I'm every day here in your house, but it means like it's jealousy, pure jealousy, for nothing, you know, virtual thing.
Wow, wasn't really a song.
No, I was just telling that.
That is if this is a true story, that's crazy. That's wow. That really, this right here, this story, this interlude perfectly describes the problem with social media and shit. Perfectly describes it. I'm not even gonna talk about it. This that's sad. If that's true, I'm sorry to the guy. 3-year relationship broken up because you didn't accept her on Facebook, man. That's terrible. It's horrible. We got how many songs we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 left. Let's go.
I'll be honest, I wasn't devastated, but you could've held my hand through this, baby. Let my mind run underneath one chest. I run my hands through what's left, but we're getting older, baby. Don't have much longer, baby. Why am I? Bad luck to talk.
White Ferrari.
On these rides. Mine on the road. Your dilated eyes. Watch the clouds float. White Ferrari. Had a good time. 16. How was I supposed to know anything? I let you out. In this life, in this life, one too many years, some tattooed eyelids on a facelift.
What, great vocals?
Mind over matter is magic. I do magic. If you think about it, you'll spend no time. It's just a scullies, that's what they call it, and we're free so far.
What a song. Sorry, I have been talking the last two songs. I was really just vibing out with these last two songs. Really, especially this song. This song was amazing. It was just vibes, just peaceful, calm. I really like this last part too. You know, they kind of brought the guitar up in the mix and just let it be his vocals and the guitar and this like crowd or whatever the hell that is right there in the back, and it just feels so personal and so connected to him and just so true to him, and it was really just touching me there. I love the way the vocal he's hitting here. It's like this high pitch kind of like, it's weird but it's different. I'm really enjoying it. Just a great song, really. Just a great song, man. The next beat probably right there. The next song. Or not. And just... Okay. 2 more songs after this. One's almost 10 minutes.
I'm down here. Maybe I'm a fool. Maybe I should move instead of...
These lyrics right here. What I get from this, I think he's talking about all the, you know, kids and, you know, teenagers and, you know, young adults of this generation and social media and stuff. And it's this lyric right here. I'd rather chip my pride than lose my mind out here. Saying that I'd rather, you know, get dog. I don't really know how to describe it, but he's really, I feel like he's talking to me right here. He says, I can't relate to my peers. I'd rather live outside. And he, first of all, he's saying great vocals when he has this as well. But I'd rather chip my pride than lose my mind. Because he's saying how, like, so on social media and stuff, you'll lose your mind and stuff like that. And it just completely takes over your life. And as a person that does use social media, it doesn't affect me to that extent, but I know that there are negative effects of it. And he's saying that, you know, he can't relate to people that use it like that. At least that's what I get from this. Maybe he's talking about something else.
2 kids in a swimming pool. I'm not brave. I'm not brave. I'm living over city and taking in the homeless sometimes. I've been living in an idea from another side. Rather go to jail.
That guitar back there.
I've tried hell. What would you recommend I do?
Okay. From this section right here. I'd rather go to jail. I've tried hell. It's a loop. What would you recommend I do? I think hell is representing, you know, poverty, you know, the ghettos, places like that. Saying I'd rather go to jail than be out here. I've tried to live in the ghetto. I've tried to live in poverty. It's all a loop. There's no getting out of it. You'll get put right back at the start. What would you recommend I do? Now, those are completely hard-hitting lines and very relatable to a lot of people. So let's continue with the song, though.
This is not my life. It's just a fond farewell to a friend.
The dream of the thought that could think of dreaming and getting the glimmer of God. I be dreaming and dreaming.
Dreaming that thought that could dream about a thought that could think of the dreamer that thought that could think of dreaming and getting a glimmer of God. I don't exactly know if this is what he's saying, but what I get from that is that, look at this. Look at all this you have to do. Look at all this you have to do. And you get a glimmer of God. I don't know if he's exactly talking about religion here. I mean, he obviously is mentioning God, but I don't know if this is what he's trying to say. But maybe he's saying that you need to dream and think and dream about it and think and do all this impossible stuff and live this impossible life just to get a glimmer of God's hope, maybe. I don't know if that's what he's talking about. I don't even know if I'm just completely off here, but that's what I get from it.
Dreaming a thought that could dream about a thought that could think of dreaming a dream where I cannot.
But look at this. Also another thing. It's all dreams and thoughts. There's no action. It's all dreams and thoughts of getting out of wherever he is, or dreams and thoughts of God. There's no proof. There's no getting out. There's no action. It's all just dreams and thoughts, and that's supposed to motivate you to maybe create actions and, you know, stuff like that. At least when it comes to, you know, making it out of poverty. I'm not going to say anything about God, because personally I don't believe in God. But this is, I think this is a lot deeper than it looks. If a person that just looked at these lyrics, they could be thinking, what is this man talking about? A dream and a thought, a dream and a glimmer, a dreaming. But it's really trying to say something and show something. And I'm really enjoying this song.
I cannot. Less morose and more present. Dwell on my gifts for a second. A moment. One solar flare would consume, so why not? Spin this flammable paper on the film that's my life. High flights, inhale the vapor, exhale once and think twice. Eat some shrooms, maybe have a good cry about you. See some colors, light hang glide off the moon. In the dark, in the dark, I do for you. 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 In the dark, I do for anything for you. I do for anything for you.
Okay. Amazing song. Wow. That, I mean, I said what I needed to say. Great vocals here at the outro. I don't fully understand this part. I really don't understand it at all, to be honest with you. He's relating something to the sky and like in space, you know, like a solar flare, you know, the moon and stuff like that, high flights. Something maybe like that. I don't know, but we're just gonna hop into the second to last song, Godspeed, and then we have a 10-minute song after that.
How I do. Let go of a prayer for you. Just a sweet word. The table is prepared for you. How I do. I let go of my claim on you. It's a free world.
I think me interrupted.
You look down on where you came from.
I'm sorry, let me interrupt this. This right here, this song is, I think, his best vocal performance so far on the entire album. At least one of the best vocal performances he's had on the album. I let go of my. I think this is kind of the breakup of the relationship. There is a heavy theme of obviously love and a relationship throughout the entire album. He's saying, "I will always love you how I do." I think this is maybe more of a positive breakup, wishing you Godspeed and glory. There will be mountains you won't move, still I'll always be there for you. I let go of my claim on you, it's a free world. So I think all those things really do show that I think the relationship is done. But it's more a positive breakup, and it's, still I'll always be there for you, and I still love you. It's just the relationship didn't work out, and I let go of my claim to you. It's a free world. And man, that's a hard lyric right there. But let's continue.
Sometimes, but you'll have this place to call home. Always.
So I think these two lyrics here, you look down on where you came from. So you look down on our relationship, but you look down on the relationship that we had, but you'll always have this place to call. But you'll have this place to call home always. So I'm always gonna be here for you, even if you look down on the fact that we did have something. Earlier in the album, he mentioned how they were friends prior to entering the relationship, so maybe they're going back to just being friends. That's what I get from it. Even if you look down on the relationship that we do had, I'll always still be here for you, and you'll be able to call me home. So. I think that was the best vocal performance by Frank Ocean on this album, and I think that right there was a beautiful song in such a short and small amount of lyrics. How much was said there is beautiful. But let's hop into the last song on the album, 10 minutes. Let's get into it. This is a long song. Very long. This is the longest song I've reacted to. I think it might be just a longer song on Rodeo. Nice piano.
If I was being honest, I say long as I can fuck 3 times a day and not skip a meal, I'm good. I used to work on my feet for $7 an hour. Call my mama like, mama, I ain't making minimum wage, mama. I'm on, mama, I'm on. Now I'm making 400, 600, 800K, mama. To stand on my feet, mama. Play these songs, it's therapy, mama. They paying me, mama. I should be paying them. I should be paying y'all, honest to God. I'm just a guy, I'm not a god. Sometimes I feel like I'm a god, but I'm not a god. If I was, I don't know which heaven would have me, mama. Let me run this bitch, I'm running to the ground, mama. The whole galaxy. Goddamn, fuck these lanes, they don't want nothing.
Minute 30 in on the last song. Talking to his mom here. I'm assuming that's Frank Ocean. No, it kind of sounds like Kodak Black. Which is kind of funny. Sorry, those are dogs. Talking about, making in the streets here, less than minimum wage. Now he's making, hundreds of thousands of dollars here. This song, these lyrics here are very. These lyrics here are very hard hitting. Play these songs, it's therapy, mama. They're paying me, mama. I should be paying them. I should be paying y'all, honest to God. I'm just a guy, I'm not a god. Those are some of the hardest hitting lyrics in the entire album, saying just 'cause I make this music and just 'cause this music is therapy to some of you, which music is actually therapy to a lot of people, and music is actually one of the most powerful things in the world, in my opinion. I listen to music all day for a reason, and because this is why, man. I mean, here it's just, I should be paying y'all, honest to God, basically saying, shut up, dogs. How thankful he is for them, for, you know, listening to his music and making him feel like a god, even though he isn't. I'm just a guy that makes music. I'm not a god. Just 'cause I make this music, and just 'cause I can help you out does not mean I'm a god. Which, that's actually a topic I mentioned this album earlier. That's also a topic heavily mentioned on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, talking about how he's not a god, he's just a guy, and he can't please everybody. But let's get back into it.
I'ma stick around. I'm gonna let my nuts hang. Nigga, you got some just like me, don't you? Or maybe not just like me, you know I'm Africano, Americano. And even if you have Japanese roots, run deep, family tree, throw a big shadow.
I keep quiet and let you run your phone bill up.
Quickly, I want to mention these Tupac lyrics. They're trying to find Tupac. Don't let him find Tupac. He evaded the press. He escaped the stress. By basically saying that when Tupac died, you know, he escaped all the stresses and everything of, you know, being rich. Because there's a big misperception of when you get rich, all your problems go away. And a lot of artists nowadays, especially, really do talk about how just because we get rich and just because we have this money and just because we have this fame does not mean that all our problems go away. And he's saying that Tupac escaped all the stress and everything of being rich by dying, it's very sad, but continue.
I know you love to talk.
Sorry.
I ain't on your schedule. I ain't on no schedule. I ain't had me a job since 2009. I ain't on no sales floor. You say I'm changing on you. I feel like Selena. They wanna murder a nigga. Murder me like Selena. You must ain't get the memo. I don't cut bitches no more. But your bitch my exception. Come get out of my photo. I only got that's what niggas say. That's what she tell a man. What a difference this is making. Niggas won't fight in the streets now. Shit starting to make my hands hurt. Jay hit me on the email. Should I all that act my network? Dog, this is chess now. Now fetch, I ain't running for a nigga. Ain't ran since track meets. That's the only time I ran from a nigga. You could change this track now. Could've changed this bitch a long time ago. No, ain't, no, and no. Shout out to Holly Grove. I'm from that 7th though. Twins, no, and Lance, no. Mark, no, and Matt, no. Shit went 180 on me. Please run that back though.
You say some shit about me, tell real story. The second time Jerron was there, nigga, oh God, he grabbed me and drugged me, and another nigga tried to
Jerron told me that your ass best told me.
Yeah, because the nigga tried to glue me in my face. I had AD in a headlock.
First time. Alright, what's your name? Go. Maybe we can get a little bit. A little bit.
I can sleep without like being dead, but forever at the same time.
Yo, what's the your dog? Stop. What you mean, bro? Stop. Alright, that's it.
Okay. Oh, no. Anyway. That's Frank Ocean's Blonde. That last song was, I don't really know what that whole interview thing was at the end, but the actual song part of the song was very good. One of my favorites. Highlights for me: Pink and White, Solo, Self-Control, Nights, Solo, Reprise, White Ferrari. This song, I don't know even how you spell that, in Godspeed. Those are probably my favorites on the album. I would say, do you want me to react to his next album? But we all know Frank Ocean doesn't drop music. I mean, there's obviously Channel Orange, older. He hasn't dropped since 2016. He has dropped singles, but he hasn't dropped an album since 2016. That's a long time. That was a great album. I'd probably give it like a, I don't know, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. It was beautiful, great vocals, great production. Probably a deeper story I didn't fully understand, but I broke it down to the fullest extent that I could on first listen. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it for this reaction. Comment down below what other albums you'd like me to react to. And this is Seamus, and I'm out.